What I got here is the DJI Mini 3. It's a sub 249 gram drone with the capability to shoot 4K 30 FPS, HDR video, and 38 minutes of flight time. It fits in my hand. Isn't it kind of amazing that you don't need to have a camera bag in order to bring your drone? You can just put it in your jacket, huh? Look at that, controller, right on the inside of the pocket, va? I remember the very first drone that I bought back in 2017, and that was the DJI Mavic Pro. It was a great drone for the time being. If I remember correctly, it only had 15 minutes of actual flight time before I had to return back home. And being able to have 40 minutes of flight time in a drone this size, that is, I don't know what to say. When it comes to the build quality of this drone, I do think it's good. I'm gonna say that it has kind of the same quality as the Mini 3 Pro has. And it's kind of made of this ultra lightweight plastic that is kind of sturdy, but you can also feel that it is trying to keep the weight down. You know, if you squeeze it like this, you can kind of feel that the plastic gives way. But then again, you're not supposed to squeeze your drone. You're supposed to fly your drone. When it comes to the flight stability of this drone, I'm kind of fascinated how good it is considering the size of the drone as well. I have noticed that when you're flying too strong winds, you're gonna have a hard time trying to fly back. So you're gonna kind of switch it back into sports mode and fly back. When you're flying to the side with the drone, then it's very hard to counter the wind. You kind of need to fly forward if you wanna fly in a little bit of higher winds, because flying towards the side, it can't really tilt that much. Currently I've been flying for 22 minutes and I still have 10 minutes of battery time left, according to the controller. And I am almost freezing my fingers off. The overall handling of the drone, I would say, is very good. It is definitely something that DJI has been working on and refining for the last couple of years. And you can definitely see that within these drones, because even though they are really small, they are very precise. I'm still standing. I don't know if you can hear the difference between this and the bigger drones, but it's actually very silent when it's hovering in the air. And when it's flying over, you can't hear it. Something that I personally am missing a little bit is the sensors, because when you are flying drones, especially when you've done it for such a long time, you kind of get used to the feeling of having a sensor telling you when you get too close to things. Totally understand why they removed it off the Mini 3, because they want to make it lighter, they want to make it more cheap and more available for people to buy. I think it's a great option, but you also got to be aware that you don't have anything that is going to warn you just in case you're getting too close to something. And it's not going to stop either if just going full force. Worth thinking about. When it comes to the camera, I think it's fantastic how good of a camera DJI has smacked on to these tiny drones. You have the possibility to capture 4K 30 FPS and HDR video with this. And you can also shoot in true vertical mode. So that means that you can take photos for Instagram, you can shoot reels without having to crop in and post. You can just get the shot while you're actually up in the air. And as I said earlier, you know, the flight time being around 40 minutes, and I've tried it out. I think I got an actual flight time of around 35 minutes when I was flying this. It is more than enough to be able to get the shots that you need. And when you have 3 batteries, if you buy the Fly More kit, then you're gonna be able to fly for more than 1.5 hours. Oh, when do you need that? When it comes to the camera quality, I think it looks great. It is amazing how good of a sensor this is when it comes to capturing aerial footage in a drone this size. I mean, you can definitely use this drone when you're doing client videos, when you are out traveling. There's a bunch of reasons why this drone is a very good first drone to have in your kit. The only thing that I'm missing when it comes to the camera of this drone is having the possibility to shoot in D-Cine-alike. I am personally a huge fan of color grading my footage, making sure that it looks the way that I want it to look before I post it onto YouTube. But sometimes it's also very good just to send the drone up, get the shot, and then just bring it back down without having to think about desyn-like or D-log or anything like that. And I think that that is where this drone comes in. For those of you that just want to send up your drone, get some really good shots without having to think about any settings in the camera. You can choose if you want to buy just the drone or if you want to buy the Fly More combo, which I highly recommend because the Fly More combo is something that you need if you're considering on buying a drone. There's been so many times where I just brought one drone battery for a shoot because I didn't think I need more, but every single time I realized that I do need to have at least 3 batteries with me at all times. You also have the possibility to buy the DJI RC Pro when you're purchasing the drone. And this is something that I highly recommend you do because being able to have the display on the actual remote is a game changer when it comes to flying your drone. You don't have to bring up your phone and connect that and making sure that your phone has battery in order to be able to fly the drone. You can just have this. It's gonna cover all your needs when it comes to controlling the drone and seeing where the drone goes in this single unit. I think I've been using this for, I don't know, maybe like 7 days straight without actually charging it, flying around 15 to 20 minutes each time. I'm just a huge fan of this controller because I've been using it ever since the DJI Mini 3 Pro came out back in April. I think it's fantastic that DJI brings this to a lot more people so that it makes it for a more affordable piece, so more of you can get into the drone hobby because it's a very fun hobby. And then again, the size of this thing is what makes it stand out. I'm gonna drop a link down below if you want to head over and check it out. I can highly recommend this for any sort of beginner that just wants to try flying a drone and buy one of the best flying cameras for the money that you pay. This is definitely it. Really hope that you liked this video, and if you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well, because I would love to see you in the next video. Peter from Sweden, say goodbye.